Our world is beautiful. We have art and creation, not in the biblical sense, in actual creating things. We have music, we have humanitarian moments of greatness, we have nature. Our world is beautiful, our history is beautiful, and it is violent. And we don't want to look at our history as violent. No, we want to avoid doing that, right? We want to focus on the pretty things and the amazing things. Our world is so beautiful. And I'm going to challenge us to say that if we're going to accept that our world is beautiful, and it is, we have to accept the violence that sits alongside it. It is the whole package, not either or, it's both and, right? And part of that violence that is our history through many avenues, right? Which we're not going to talk about now. The construction has been for us not to look at the violence or to see the violence in order to sustain the belief that our world is only beautiful and not violent. And no greater time do we see the separation and the comfort with violence as in the eating of meat and animal products. That the distance, as a South African writer speaks about, the distance between the abattoir and the plate is so great that it almost dilutes the violence that it takes in order to get there. We as humanity have constructed these fake identities, these fake worlds, realities, where violence doesn't exist, where violence is in fact hiding in plain sight. Eating meat is no greater example of humanity's comfort and distance from violence. And I want to challenge all of us here today on this call, watching on this call. How many Zooms do I have to have? Guys, I'm zoomed out. Watching this video to understand that when we can start seeing the violence in the meat on our plate, I believe that it will broaden our awareness of the violence that hides in plain sight in every single day events that we see. That we can, when we can see the violence in our rituals of dinner, right, in our very sacred spaces, when we realize that there's violence there, and we'll see the violence that exists all around us as it relates to racism, sexism, homophobia, ableism. But I think that this is an example, the idea of eating meat and animal products, as a way that we construct common sense realities that, oh, eating meat is food. No, it's not, it's violent. And we can buy into that common sense reality and distance ourselves from the violence because it's great to eat meat and it's nice and I like it. I want to have a nice barbecue. And if we can start seeing the violence in this, I believe it can start broadening our awareness to the violence that exists all around us. Enjoy your lunch.